Yeah, exactly. Well, because I know we've been talking about it, but the clouds are just so thick, we're able to squeeze out some moisture. So not everywhere is looking at it, but Mount Wilson, a few raindrops out
the
there.
temperature is not too bad.
No, it's not too bad, but it's spring.
We're trying to be brave.
We should be in the 70s, and we have temperatures in the 60s. We've dealt with this before. We know what to do.
That's right. We can handle it.
Yeah. So I want to show you. I just mentioned those temperatures in the 60s. So these were the high temperatures recorded earlier this afternoon. Temperatures, it warmed up to 64 in San Bernardino, Temecula, 68 in Riverside, 65 in Ontario, 64 in downtown LA, when typically around this time we should be in the mid 70s. So it just goes to show just how cool things are here today on this Saturday. And it's because we've had the clouds linger. It's right now that we're beginning to see a few breaks in the clouds. This is a live pitch of LAX, but this has not been the case all day today. We've been dealing with plenty of clouds. We're beginning to see a little bit of a break in the clouds. But LAX right now, we're currently at 61 degrees. So as we go over the satellite and radar, so we have been socked in with the clouds here pretty much since earlier this morning. And you're able to sort of see here right around the basin, right around where LAX is, we're beginning to see some breaks in the cloud coverage. So this is some good news. Then we head into tomorrow. Starting up the day in some spots with the clouds, and then we'll see a little bit more sunshine. So hopefully it pans out to be that way. The wind gusts right now. So this has been the issue since earlier today. Gusty winds up in the high desert, even parts of the mountains too, maybe a little bit breezy, with wind gusts over 20 miles an hour in spots you see there in Riverside, but it's certainly a lot gustier around Victorville and Lancaster with gusts around 40 miles an hour. So we do have a wind advisory that remains in place in some spots until early Monday morning. This is including places like Lancaster, down to Palmdale, Victorville. These are where we're seeing some of the gustier spots. Even down to Big Bear, Banning, you're included under this wind advisory. So wind gusts from time to time, 40, even upwards of 50 miles an hour. So just be careful if you live out this way. You may experience here some strong gusts. Difficulty driving, and also around the desert, some of that blowing dust and debris. So as we go over the future cast, so we started around 7 in the morning, where once again some of us will be waking up to the clouds, especially around the Inland Empire. But as we continue throughout the late morning hours, this is 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we start to see some breaks in the clouds, especially around the western areas, around the basin, around the San Fernando Valley, Ventura County. But the clouds are still hanging out tight around the Inland Empire. But then eventually we'll start to see more sunshine as we continue throughout the day. And then eventually even more sun as we head into this new work week. But temperatures tomorrow will get a little bit warmer. A little bit closer to average in some spots. For instance, there in downtown LA, we're expected to warm up to a high of 71. Lots of 70s out here. 75 in San Bernardino, 75 as well in Riverside. So generally anywhere from the low to mid 70s for tomorrow. And then it gets even warmer as we head into this new work week. And the reason for that, we have that weather system that's bringing us the clouds today and a little bit of that drizzle and some showers. Well, that departs, allowing way for this ridge of high pressure to build. And so numbers here will start to climb. So for the basin, temperatures on Monday, 80 degrees. We go from 80 to mid 80s and then into the 90s by Wednesday. Wednesday would be the hottest day for the basin, for the coast. Look at the numbers there. And for the valleys, temperatures here at 74. We go from the mid 70s, we jump to the 80s, and then eventually 90s by Tuesday and into Wednesday. And the same story goes for the Inland Empire. Again, we'll be tracking those winds for the desert communities, for the high and low deserts. Temperatures gradually warming with plenty of sun as we head into this new work week. And lastly, for the mountains, we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds, more sunshine as we head into Monday. And temperatures will be warming back into the 70s by Tuesday. That was your forecast. Back to you.
Stephanie, thanks so much.